Ladies and gentlemen, this dude is important. Give it up for Doug Dolfman. Clap it up for Doug Dolfman, y'all.
What an interesting introduction. Thank you. Happy National Kindness Day, everybody. Yeah, whatever. I was reading an article yesterday that the sexual position 69 is actually going to be renamed 96. That due to the economy, the cost of eating out is going up. You know, I am really excited about these new self-driving cars. The cool thing is you're going to be able to customize the car for the way you drive. So if you drive a car in South Philly, the car's going to park itself in the middle of the street. If you're an Uber driver, you're pretty much out of a job. If you're an Asian driver, the car is going to drive across 10 lanes of traffic without using a turn signal. If you're a black driver, the car is going to stop every time it sees a police officer. And if you're a gay driver, the car is going to keep driving around and around until it gets rear-ended. I took an Uber here to the theater. The problem is, the drivers never stop talking about their problems. I'm the one paying. I should be telling them my problems. I wish my Uber came with a quiet ride car. Comedy is a lot like dating. You wait around for 2 hours like I did tonight. You perform for 5 minutes. You take your girlfriend out to dinner for 2 hours. You perform for 5 minutes. Both of them seem to get the same amount of laughs. I met this girl on Snatch Chat. So I looked her up on Google and turns out she was a real slut. Her crack saw more visitors last year than the Liberty Bell. Her vagina has its own check-in spot on Facebook. And you can actually rate her vagina on Yelp. And you can make reservations for her vagina on openlegs.com. She has seen more cream than your local dairy. I'm having trouble finding the right woman to date. My wife's really not too happy about that. I think the perfect woman for me would be a nymphomaniac who owns a liquor store. That's the true definition of drunk love. All the women I date, they seem to want a fairy tale romance, and for me, I'm just really into happy endings. I have a daughter, she's 16. She's not looking for happy endings. No, it's not where we're going. She goes to Wissahickon High School outside Philadelphia. Their nickname is the Trojans. Their mascot is actually the Fighting Condom. Those condoms are made by a company called Beaver Dam, actually. And the football team's uniforms are made out of latex. I'm confident her going there knowing she's well protected. And you don't want to know what happens to a cheerleader during the halftime show. The math department there does a really great job teaching the kids practical examples about life. I looked at one of her tests last night. One of the questions was, Deshaun pimps 3 hoes. Each trick costs $80. How many tricks do the hoes have to turn in one day to support Deshaun's $800 a day drug habit? 10, right? In real life, I'm a criminal defense attorney here in Philadelphia. What a novelty. I have been keeping the streets of Philly dangerous for the past 24 years, and I am damn proud of it. Your car gets stolen, your house gets broken into, your identity gets taken. I am responsible for that, damn it. Cocaine, heroin, marijuana, you want something? Please come see me after the show. Especially you, sir. I went to college at Penn State, and my clients go to State Penn. It's very similar. And when my clients call me from jail on their cell phone, it really is their cell phone. My business cards actually say, if you're caught with a drug, call Doug. That's true. I really enjoy trying murder cases. The victims never come to court. In fact, my son's first 2 words when he was born was lawyer up. I had a client on death row, really interesting case, and when they asked him what he wanted for his last meal, he said, I'll take the all-you-can-eat buffet. The guard said, all right, whatever you have left, we'll squeeze into your IV in your arm. I work with my, I'm sorry, let me go back. I think attorneys should have theme songs when they walk into a courtroom. Mine would be Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. My wife would have a different theme song when she walked into the bedroom. It would be The Bitch Is Back by Elton John. My main job as a criminal defense attorney is to get my clients off, is to get people off. That's my clients and my wife. Well, at least my clients these days. I work with my 81-year-old father who's an attorney. He has no idea what's going on. He gives out his email address as murraylaw@aol.com. I don't think AOL really cares. He is a disgruntled worker. But come to think of it, have you ever met anyone who's gruntled? He really needs to retire. Comes into my office last week and says, Doug, I'm down to my last 10 business envelopes. How many should I order? I said, Dad, another 10 should be enough for you. He still charges the same fees when he started practicing law in 1961. And he told me he made a really big fee last week. I said, Dad, that's awesome. Here's another $5 for you in your coffers. But like I said, he really should think about retiring. But his cardiologist says if he retires, he's going to die, which really sucks because if he doesn't retire, I'm never going to get an inheritance from him. A lot of you, I've had a lot of interesting cases in my career as a criminal defense attorney. I had a client who came into me last week, was a really cute girl who had a DUI case, and she said, Doug, the officers made me blow 3 times. And I'm thinking, that's really strange considering most cop cars only have 2 officers in them. I had a client who was selling drugs out of a tree, went away, came back, and a squirrel had actually taken over the operation of the cocaine. The squirrel was actually snorting up the cocaine. That was one hyped up squirrel. He wound up putting the rest on his nuts for the winter. I had a client who put a baby in a freezer for an hour. No, it was really fine. The baby was fine. Cooler heads did prevail. I had a client who stole a bookmobile. True story. They caught him 6 months later, had a lot of overdue fines. But the strangest case I ever had was a young man who broke into his girlfriend's house at 3 in the morning and asked her to make him breakfast. She goes to make him breakfast, she comes back upstairs, and true story, he's having anal sex with her Shih Tzu dog, male on male. At trial, I argued the dog liked it rough. I argued the dog rolled over and had a cigarette when it was over, and I described the sex as doggy style to the judge. He wound up spending 6 months in a mental institution, and I wound up spending his $3,500. Lots of you out there may be thinking, lots of you out there need a criminal defense attorney. In fact, some of you out there may be thinking right now, hey, I need a criminal defense attorney. Like you saw right here. If you wear long pants in the summer just to cover up your ankle bracelet, might need a criminal defense attorney. If you have 7 young Asian women living in 7 different bedrooms in your house, invite me over. We love you long time. If you have a lab in your basement and you're not a scientist, you absolutely need a criminal defense attorney. And if you're having anal sex with a Shih Tzu dog, call me now. Remember, call with a drug, call Doug. Thank you, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Doug. That's Doug.